Hi guys, it's Abby. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about Sun in the 10th house. The Sun represents your life purpose, it represents your ego construct, and it represents your creative life force. So essentially, where the Sun lies in the chart is where you want to shine. The 10th house in astrology represents a lot of different things, but it's mostly identified with the angle called the midheaven. In many house systems, the 10th house cusp is the midheaven. I use whole signs house system, however, so there's no angles on any cusp. So sometimes the midheaven will be in the 10th house, sometimes it won't. So this isn't a blanket statement, but the 10th house still has a lot of correlations to the midheaven regardless of what house system you're using. The midheaven itself represents the pinnacle of everything that a person can achieve in this material plane. So regardless of the sign that your sun is in, if it's in the 10th house, it's going to have a lot of characteristics that are similar to Capricorn. So Capricorn is a cardinal sign, which means it represents the beginning of a season, and in this case it represents the beginning of winter. Cardinal signs are generally natural leaders. Capricorn itself can be very bossy. So if your sun is in the 10th house, you're excessively bossy. Like, you are a natural leader, you're good in management situations, and since the sun is where you want to shine, you want to shine as a leader and you want to grow from the ground up. The 10th house represents your legacy, so you really can't see how a 10th house is going to play out until the end of a person's life. But if your sun is here, you have an innate sense of knowing that you have to work towards goals. So when you're younger, it might be a little bit more hard for you to play and just go with the flow and enjoy life. So as you become older and you grow in your worldly goods and in your profession and you have more status, then you become more lighthearted and free and you can enjoy life more. With this placement, you do have to be careful of becoming a little too materialistic. Labels are important to this placement. Your career and profession is everything to you, and since this house placement is what your reputation is and how the world at large sees you, you're really concerned with your reputation. So you always want to make sure that you're kind of presenting your best image. The 10th house can show the type of mentors that you have and your professional relationships, like relationships with your bosses and your higher ups. But then towards the later half of life, like the second half of life, it shows how you mentor others. This is a really important house, so you do most likely, if you have your sun here, have a sense of importance about your life. And your top number one place you want to shine is your profession. But again, this isn't the day-to-day stuff. Perhaps you are an actor, but you have to work as a server in order to pay the bills. So the 6th house is going to show your server role, but the 10th house is going to show your overall trajectory as an actor. If you work in the profession that you wanted, your 6th house is going to show how you go about your day-to-day life, like your work ethic, the type of habits you have, etc. But the 10th house is going to show your overall trajectory of the career, so what you ultimately end up giving to society. It's really about what you contribute to the world. With that said, this placement can get really serious, so you do want to remember to lighten up sometimes and have a good time. And also just to remember that astrology really doesn't dictate to you who you are. So your purpose changes, your trajectory changes, and you ultimately have free will over everything. So that's Sun in the 10th house. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up if you liked it, and please remember to subscribe and hit the little bell so you get notifications when my new videos are out. And if you're interested in private readings, I do offer those, and I will leave a link in the box below. Thanks guys, bye!